Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making this lovely outfit right here. This is the one that I recreated, and let's get into the tutorial. So for this tutorial, these are the tools you're going to be needing: the fabric, the pattern paper, and the tools that we need to draft the pattern. In this tutorial, I'm going to be drafting the top pattern. I'm going to be making the top. I already have a detailed tutorial on how to make the skirt on my channel. So for this, I've created my starting line, and I've gone ahead and placed my tape at the starting line to mark my bust point, which is 10 inches, and I'm going to go and mark my waistline, which is 17 inches, and I'm going to add 1 inch, making it 18. That is going to be how long my top is going to be, 18 inches long. And I'm also going to transfer this point to the other side, and then I'm going to create a straight line across. So I marked my bust point of 10, and then my waistline 17 inches, and then added 1 inch for hemming allowance. So now at the shoulder, I've gone ahead to mark my shoulder divided by 2, which is 7 inches, and I've marked it, and I'm going to connect it to meet this bust point line. That 7 inches is going to come down to meet this bust point line. Then right here, I'm going to mark my bust measurement divided by 4 by 4 plus 1 inch. I'm also going to come to my waistline, mark my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, and I've gone ahead to connect those points to meet right there. So right now I'm just going to get where my armhole line is, and for my armhole is 7 inches, and I've gone ahead to make a point there, and I'm going to make a line across, and I'm going to use that as my chest line. So now I'm going to extend my line to meet that point, and I'm just going to do this just to indicate that this is the allowance and that is the sewing line. So now with this point, I'm going to come up here to mark my 3 inches. That is, mark 3 inches that I'm going to use like for my neck line, but I'm going to use that to connect to go and meet this this armhole line that I marked right here, also the chest line. I'm going to connect this point to meet it, because this top is a halter neck, cowl neck, so we need to cut it to be a halter neck first before we'll make it into a cowl neck. And after marking all those, getting all those marked out, I'm going to go ahead to cut this out on paper, cut this paper out, and then we're going to proceed to the next step. So right now we're going to slash this chest line open, so we can be able to place it on the fabric to get the cowl neck effect. Now I have my fabric now folded in 2, and I'm just going to place this to get my cowl neck effect. So for my cowl neck effect, you can either mark about 8 inches or 10 inches depending on how much you want the draping to be. For me, I marked about 10 inches, and I'm going to place my paper at that 10 inches point. Like, my paper is going to open up to that 10 inches point that I made. So right here, I was just trying to make sure that my pattern is sitting properly on the fabric, so as to get the wideness of my cowl effect. I'm making sure that it's the tip of it, that is the neckline, is sitting at the point where I marked that 10 inches wide. You can make yours 8 inches depending on how much you want the draping to be. And I also went ahead to add about 2 inches so that I can be able to use that like at the neck, because I don't want to come and put like rope at the back. I'm going to sew it off, so I'm just going to go ahead to mark about, to extend that point by 2 inches. I'm sorry, I cut this, like I made this like I was drafting this in the night, and I don't know, the chalk I was using is yellow, so it didn't really come out properly. But just look at the way I'm cutting it, and you will see what I did right there. Just extended it. I just extended it by 2 inches, so that it will be able to go around my neck and this is for the both sides, because this fabric is on fold. So now after doing this is how it's looking. If you open this up now and you drag this draping down, you're going to see how it's supposed to be. So I'm going to go ahead right now and cut out an interfacing. This is how I'm going to sew the neck. As you can see, I'm just trying to show you the, what I'm trying to achieve right here. So for the back, you can either cut another back piece, like cut off this point and then make your back piece and put a zipper if you want, or you can just make like a rope that you'll be able to tie at the back. For me, I actually made use of strap at the back. So right now I've gone ahead to cut the interfacing for the front piece. So I've gone ahead to cut the interfacing. As you can see, I didn't make it all the way down to the top. I just cut it to stop at a certain point that is just enough to cover up the front and also the armhole, so it won't show, like it won't be rough by the side. So this is how it's looking. As you can see, this is the strap that I cut for my back piece. I'm just going to place it like that and just tie it at the back. For me, that's just what I wanted for my back piece. You can put a zipper for yours if you want, or even do sharing at the back. So I've gone ahead to sew this interfacing together with the fabric just so that it will have a clean finish ends. Right now I'm just turning it inside out so I can be able to place it together. You can go ahead and iron this, but be careful with the fabric that you're using. The fabric I made is not a stretchy fabric, but it's soft. So for the shoulders, you can either go ahead and place them together like this and just sew, but it won't give you a clean finish. So for a clean finished work, just go ahead and put them together like this and sew them so that you turn it from the inside. That way everything is everything is sewn in, and it will have this clean, nice clean finish at the end of the neck, which is much better. So you can sandwich it like this and go ahead and sew it down, which was what I did for mine. And after doing that, I went ahead to get the fabric that I needed for my back piece. So for this back piece fabric, depending on what you want, you can make it wider or smaller, but you're going to make sure that the sides of the back and the front are matching. Then from this other end where the rope is going to be tied, you can make the rope narrow or anyhow you want it to be, but you're going to make sure that the sides align. And then you're going to hem the strap as well, hem the back piece, and then join it together with the front piece, and then also hem the bottom of the front as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and join my back piece and my front piece together like this and sew it closed. So right now I'm just going to head over to the sewing machine and sew all of those down, and also hem the bottom of the top and also join the shoulder or the neckline closed. And that'll be all for the top. Remember I said I have a detailed tutorial on how to make the skirt as well, so you can check that out if you're also interested in that. And I hope that you are finding this video helpful. If you do, or you have any question, please leave your questions in the comment section. And once I was done sewing, this is how the outfit was looking. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.